This is why I'm a big advocate on therapy and forgiveness in the black community because we don't know how to do relationships. We barely like each other. We be hate fucking. Yeah. We barely like each other, man. Straight up. We don't know how to do relationships. We don't know how to manage relationships. We don't know how to manage families. We don't know how to manage, half of us don't know how to manage our lives. We don't trust each other. And my biggest question is, how are we gonna fix this? You feel me? Like, how are we gonna really fix this in our community and in our families? Cause baby, you don't trust me, and you don't trust black men, and homie, you don't trust black women. Then how are we gonna ever get anywhere? How are we gonna ever become powerful? Or how are we gonna ever have anything established for ourselves again if we don't know how to build relationships? If we don't know how to have a successful relationship and friendship and motherhood and fatherhood and grandparenthood and cousinhood and brother and sisterhood, how are we gonna ever have any power upon this planet, upon this nation? That's why we all miserable. We some of the most romantic people I've ever met in my life. We have some of the biggest passions. Our love is passionate. We have some of the deepest love in our community and as black people. But we have the most broken families in the whole world. We really got to start thinking about these things. If you can't trust yourself, if you don't love yourself, if you don't love your neighbor, if you don't love the woman and you don't love the man, we will never get anywhere. We will always be stuck and trapped and shackled in these chains that they've been having on us since slavery. And we ain't even been slaves for that long. I'll make a video on that probably one of these days. But we are gods and goddesses that hate each other. We are kings and queens that can't stand each other. And then we raising babies that are kings and queens. And what is the example for our babies, for our children? Of love. This is why you have brothers and sisters that's fighting at 1 and 2 years old already. Because they don't have examples of love, of true love. We don't have no love for ourselves or for our own people no more. We can't stand each other. We want to see each other fall. We don't want nobody to succeed no more. We don't want nobody to win. We don't want nobody to have nothing if the next person can't have it, or if you can't have it yet. We don't have no patience with each other. We don't have no self-control with each other. I am a victim and a perpetrator of these actions. This is why I speak on this. Because I have been in situations where I perpetrated self-hatred against myself. Being mad and depressed and hating life. And then I perpetrated self-hatred against my own people, against my own family. It's a cold thing, and we need help. But the way we help each other and the way that we're going to get help is by starting off by helping ourselves first, and then coming together and forgiving each other for the trauma and pain that we did not cause each other. And even the trauma and pain that we may have caused each other. We need to forgive each other because we don't have food as much as we feel like we have freedom and that we have all control of our actions. Do you not understand what's going on in the world? Do you not understand how much these TVs and these electronics and the music is super heavy? We're gonna make a whole video on how the music and the rap industry is literally is making us hate each other. But from the music to the food that we eat to the towers and the 5G towers and the 6G towers that they ain't even told y'all about yet, that's all around, and the phones that we use on an every single day basis, and the radiation, all of this, from generational curses, from generational trauma. You don't know what your grandmama has been through. You don't know what your great-great-grandmama has been through. Your great-great-great-grandparents that you never met that lived back in 1800s. You don't know what they had to endure to live and survive. But that trauma gets passed down in every last one of our DNAs. This is why I'm so adamant about waking up my people, because I gotta sit here and realize as a man that I have to heal the trauma inside of me, no matter if I want to or not, or my sons are going to have to deal with it. My daughter is going to have to deal with it. I watched my sister deal with suicidal thoughts. She didn't grow up with me and my brother. We got the same daddy, we don't have the same mama. So she didn't grow up with me and my brother. I watched my sister have the same suicidal thoughts that I have and that I have had in the past. And she didn't know where it's coming from. I used to look at her and be like, baby, you got a way better life than, I done had a good life too, but baby, you got a good life. Like, you feel me? Like, your mama let you get away with things that my mama would have never let me get away with. Like, you cool, you good. Like, y'all relationship cool and everything. Y'all going to Jamaica and stuff. Like, but I've watched my sister go through things, go through health problems that we don't know where it came from, because it's generational. That's why we got to pray. We got to find God. We need to seek God diligently. You feel me? Like, I've always kept God with me, even when I was in the streets back in the day and when I used to do my thing and when I was young and dumb. You feel me? I've always kept God with me. I've always seek God because I always knew I couldn't do this life by myself. The world is making us feel like that we have to do life by ourselves. It's 8 billion people on this planet. Do you know how many black people it is? A lot of these messages is for my own people, because I grew up in my own community. I grew up with my black mama and my black daddy in the house. I grew up with my black brothers and sisters. So I cannot speak on anybody else's race nor anybody else's community that I have not observed and fully experienced. So I don't have any hatred or any malice to any other race. I got white homies, I got Arab homies, I got Indian friends, I got Asian partners and homegirls and things like that. I got associates of all types of, I don't really have too many friends, but I have associates of all types of races. But I speak about this from my black community because we need to wake up and we need help, you feel me? We really need help. We really got hatred for each other. We won't fight for each other, but we'll kill each other. We'll fight against each other. But you know how many times I've heard in my life that I ain't going to jail for you? Goddamn. I go to jail for you. I die for you. Because you my mom. You my dad. My daddy is dead or whatever. But you feel me? We should die for our family. And not just all of anybody. Because we got treacherous family. We got people that's evil and mean and just not cool. But for the ones that try to show some type of love, we should do whatever we can for these people. Do you understand? God came down and he died for all of us. And we think he died so we can live our best life and we can do whatever we want to, huh? I figured that out a long time ago, that don't work. That don't work. I've tried. It don't work. I don't care how strong you think you is and how independent you think you is. It don't work. Or you're going to have to sell your soul to the devil. So it's up to you. It's either you sell your soul to the devil, or we need to start forgiving each other as a community and as a people, and start loving on each other with the romance that we desire so much. I know I desire romance. I know I desire love and family and community and ministry and just